G'day and welcome to Camp Dark Realm. I'm your camp counsellor, Michael J. Elliott. Now, grab up your marshmallows and all your accessories because we're going to be doing a fun camp activity today, boys and girls. We're going to be making s'mores around a campfire while I tell you the terrifying tale of camp death in 3D. Or is it 2D? It's one of those anyway. Okay, are you ready? Let's get started. All right, which one of you bitches stole my whistle? G'day Darkrealmers, it's horror author and illustrator Michael J. Elliott here with you again today, coming at you with another indie production. Hey, if this is your first trip to the Diaries, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you want some help in choosing the best horror books, horror movies, and some trivia from the world of movies, books, and Hollywood, then hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, and you'll always be up to date, okay? Okay, if there's one thing that really gives me a lot of joy, it's... No, I can't. I'm not allowed to talk about that according to YouTube's community guidelines. I'm joking, Darkrealmers. One thing as a writer I love, absolutely love, I never fail to get thrilled by it, is when someone reaches out to my author page or my website and says, hey Michael, I'm so-and-so. Well, that happened recently, and I was contacted by a young filmmaker called Matt Frame, who said to me, hey Michael, would you mind taking a look at our horror comedy slasher film, Camp Death 3 in 2D? Well, I was more than happy because, as you know, Darkrealmers, I am a huge supporter of indie artists in whatever media. We need more and we need to encourage them, and I'll talk about that a bit later, Darkrealmers. But Matt was kind enough to let me watch the whole movie, and I've got to say I loved it. Okay, now if anything can lend itself to comedy, horror has to be one of the best, and we've seen examples of that with the Scary Movie franchise, okay? Because all genres have tropes. They have certain recognisable elements that you recognise as standout tropes or standout icons that make it easy to identify. Like in westerns, the villain always has the black hat and the black outfit. Things like that. Well, I had a bit of a conversation with Matt, and I was blown away. This movie, which you're about to see the trailer, took him 4 years to make, well, 4.5 years to make, and he did it on a budget of $35,000, Darkrealmers. Now that is, it wouldn't even cover a Hollywood executive's lunch budget for a month. And the level that he got with this movie is just astounding. Now, I'm going to show you the trailer. Now, think of, you know, all those slasher films from the 80s, okay? And just roll back and enjoy it. Here we go.
I don't want to scare anyone, but I do want to give to you straight about Johan. Johan Van Dam was a well-adjusted child until his mother lost her job, right here at Camp Crystal Meth, on account of a lazy, twitchy left eye. Later that night, in a frenzy of grief-laced rage, he slaughtered them all! All of the campers, all of the counselors, he slaughtered them, one by one! A number of years passed. My racist and chronically ill-tempered Uncle Mel won the deed to the camp in a cockfight. He reopened Camp Crystal Meth as a rehabilitation center for the institutionally insane and the woefully retarded. Now, if you listen to the old-timers in town, they'll tell you, Johan's still out there.
star for a really good movie.
Well, Matt was the writer, director, and producer of this movie, and that's not uncommon, Darkrealmers. As you know, indie filmmakers have a very tight budget, and it's not uncommon for everyone to double up their roles, okay? But he had me hooked on this movie as soon as the name of the camp was mentioned, Camp Crystal Meth. That just cracked me up. And as you can see from this trailer, it makes no apologies the fact that it's totally OTT. And that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a laugh. It's meant to be unbelievable. It's meant to totally, blow apart the whole slasher genre. And when you see scenes of the killer, the masked killer, killing people with appliances such as toasters and whippersnippers, or I think in America they're called weed whackers. That's what we call them here in Australia, is whippersnippers. It's just classic. Now, credit has to go to the cast. Everyone, right through to those who only have one or two lines, are just superb. And the lead actor, Dave, just trying to pronounce this right, Dave Pennywork, he plays head counsellor or camp counsellor Todd Boogjumper. I kid you not. And his uncle Mel owns the camp and has allowed him to set it up as a rehabilitation and a fun, nice time for those with mental illnesses and behavioural problems. So, Matt has set up a great premise where we can get characters, which in no way, I want to emphasise, because I have a mental illness myself, in no way, belittles or sends up mental illness. These are caricatures. That's pure and simple, but they are funny and they give rise to some great situations. There's the woman there who's actually still a woman and looks beautiful, but she's a man. She says she's a man and falls in love with another. There's the Irish guy who carries around a stash of potatoes in a beauty case because he's paranoid that there's going to be another potato famine and he'll starve to death. All these characters are great, and Dave does a wonderful job as Todd. He's that wide-eyed, sort of naive, all-American boy. Gosh, gee, darn, that'll be swell. And despite everything, he still, believes, this camp can be a success. His Uncle Mel is a foul-mouthed, over-the-top, horrible person, and there's an ongoing sort of gag. Now, he gets attacked by a squirrel, and he's determined to wipe this squirrel out, okay? And if you remember the same sort of premise in Caddyshack, where the groundskeeper was determined to get rid of the groundhog or the mole, mole or whatever that creature was. I'm not up on my North American sort of rodent, sorry, Darkrealmers. But that makes a great running gag. Then we have the scene where the cop actually confronts a killer and stupidly thinks that, he's not a killer. What are you doing out here? Oh, you're trying to stab me. No, if you need to stab someone, you need to do it here. That way you get, and he ends up killing himself. Honestly, Darkrealmers, it's a wonderful film. And, I am just so blown away by the talent of indie filmmakers and indie actors and lighting crew, everyone. So we really, really need to support movies like Camp Death 3 in 2D, because Matt and the whole cast and the whole crew, they are the future. They really are. Now, whether you agree with me or not, Darkrealmers, I'm a firm believer at the moment that Hollywood has bitterly let us down and in some ways betrayed us by only giving us blockbuster movies, by giving us parts of franchises or reboots in their never-ending quest for money. Now, that's fine, they're a business, I understand that. But at one stage, Hollywood used to cater for all moviegoers, And these days we don't see any great little family dramas. We don't see any, really great character movies. They tend to be huge blockbusters, and it's gotten to the stage, Darkrealmers, where the summer schedule, which I believe is the huge time in America for movie releases, is now the distribution slots are basically booked up for 6 to 12 months ahead or longer, and that shows you how much Hollywood is churning out. So if you're really over all that and you want to help support indie filmmakers and give them the encouragement and the pat on the back that they deserve to keep making movies like this. Now, I'm not going to say it's for everyone, okay? And that's fine. If you're not into horror comedy, that's perfectly understandable. But please, at least give a message of support to Matt and the crew. I've left the links down in the comment section, Darkrealmers. You can, message them at Facebook and on their webpage and say, hey, I support you, great work, thank you so much. And that will go a huge way. Everyone loves being appreciated for their work. I love it as a writer. Musicians love it. Anyone who has a creative soul loves that, and you will be doing a lot. But you'll also find ways for you to go and view the movie. Now, it's been screened at various film festivals, and I don't know whether it's being screened at any more. But there's the links down below will let you know how you can actually view the movie. Whether you pay a small fee and log into the site to watch it, and stream it, I don't know. But please do at least do your something little to support our indie filmmakers and Matt and his crew, because they did a wonderful job. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Yes, some parts were over the top, and maybe in some parts Matt sort of let the special effects tell the story a little bit too much. Maybe it's because, hey, if I'm going to make a movie, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to use all the special effects within my budget, and thumbs up to him for that, okay? But it doesn't apologise for anything, and nor should it, Darkrealmers, because it's just a wonderful homage to, Freddy and Jason and everyone that scared us. Now we get a chance to laugh at them. Okay, Darkrealmers, well, that's my review of Camp Death 3 in 2D, a hilarious indie production that is just amazing for what the whole cast and crew did. I'm just blown away by it. Now, if you're going to go and visit summer camp, okay, or send your kids to summer camp, make sure they have a flashlight, Darkrealmers, and tell them to stay in the light. And I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.